I want to thank everybody for coming for this end of the year press event that we have to talk about the incredible success that we have had on rebuilding the city of New Orleans. We are, as you know, many years ahead of the rest of the United States of America in rebuilding one of the great American cities, and proof positive that massive investments in infrastructure equals economic growth, the creation of jobs, the rebuilding of neighborhoods, and of course the rebuilding of a great American city. And I'm standing here with Cedric Grant, who's the Executive Director of the Surgeon Water Board, Colonel Mark Jernigan, who is the Director of the Department of Public Works, and to the men and women who are getting their hands dirty and making it better for everybody in the city. 2016, as you know, was a breakthrough year in the amount of investments that we have made in rebuilding the city through infrastructure investments. Last year, some of you were with us, we stood on this very spot to begin the reconstruction, the redesign, and the renovation of this particular street. And we have committed ourselves to the importance with Fix Our Streets to finding a long-term solution to the interior streets, notwithstanding the fact that we have already spent historical amounts of money on reinvesting in the major streets that everybody in the city uses. And we continue to be committed to finding a long-term solution and working with Congress to make sure that we find the money to do so. In the next few weeks, St. Bernard Avenue, this street that we have here, is going to be open as a physical manifestation of the progress that we've made. Now, in 2016, the Department of Public Works has completed 25 road projects that are valued at over more than $44 million of investments. We have constructed 15 miles of new streets. We have constructed 4.48 miles of bikeways, added to the exponential growth in bikeway paths that we've had in the last 7 years. We filled 114,876. Let me say that again. Write that down. 114,876 potholes. Over 10,000 street lights have been repaired. So y'all may remember years ago, for you reporters that are old enough to remember this, that a good portion of our street lights were out. Now 99% of our street lights are operational. So you guys have done a great job making sure that we physically fix those things. And this year, as you already know, we are beginning to draw down over $2 billion in a final settlement that we have with FEMA to repair Hurricane Katrina related damages to New Orleans roads, subsurface infrastructure, successfully securing a major down payment on the investments that we need in the infrastructure that we're working on with Fix Our Streets. So I want to really be clear about this, because the public has been very patient, and they have also put up with the difficulties of trying to traverse the streets while they're under repair. The public has said to us that they want to fix the streets. Well, we're about to get on it big time. So we did $44 million this year. Next year we're going to do $480 million. In other words, the investment is going to increase tenfold in 2017, and the entire infrastructure community is going to be engaged in this. Architects, engineers, contractors, designers, and of course the citizens. This is an amount of work that has never been done to this scale in the city of New Orleans any time in its history, and we're going to do $480 million every year for the next 10 years as we begin to reconstruct really the underbelly of the city of New Orleans. So as I have said many times before, this is going to take a lot of patience, because if you want to rebuild the city, it takes a little while, and there are going to be construction sites all over the city into the foreseeable future. On average, in 2017, there will be one construction bid opening every week. This is very aggressive. I understand that. It's unprecedented. It's needed, and in my opinion, it is long overdue. So for all of the citizens of New Orleans to help navigate this difficulty, you can find out more about the road work coming to your neighborhood by visiting www.roadwork.nola.gov. Let me repeat that for you guys. www.roadwork.nola.gov. As I have said many times, we are putting our money where our mouth is. We're walking the walk. We're talking the talk. And we continue to rebuild one of the great cities in America, on top of all of the clinics that we've built, the 2 new hospitals that we've built, all the new schools that we've built, the new airport that we've rebuilt, all the private infrastructure investment that has come from the private community that is adjacent to the new rail lines that have been built by the Tiger grants. We are the poster child in America. If anybody cares to know or cares to look or cares to understand what it means when New Orleans says they're the most innovative laboratory for innovation and change, we are well ahead of this nation in proving the point that massive infrastructure investments makes you strong, rebuilds neighborhoods, creates jobs, creates economic growth, closes the income inequality gap, and actually sets the course for the rest of the country. And so we commend our work to the rest of the nation. We look forward to getting about it and making sure that we create a city that we always dreamed we could be. Thank you all so very much. I want to welcome Digital Engineering, who is with us, Balmer Construction, who is with us and helped work on this project. And I want to call up Cedric Grant, Executive Director of the Sewerage and Water Board. Thank you.
Today is another great day in New Orleans, and I'm proud to celebrate the many citywide accomplishments that we've had during this year and what we look forward to in 2017. Here on St. Bernard Avenue, between Robert E. Lee and Fillmore, we've invested nearly $10 million and spent that much to reconstruct the roadway and subsurface utilities. The project was designed by Digital Engineering and constructed by Barrier Construction in just about 18 months. And the roadway will be fully open to traffic in the next few weeks. I want to thank all the residents and businesses in the area for their patience throughout the construction, including my wife, Mr. Mayor. As Mayor Landrieu mentioned, we are on the heels of the most comprehensive infrastructure program in the city's history. $2.4 billion in total. Every neighborhood will feel the positive impacts of this work over the next few years. We've developed this program with Public Works and Sewerage and Water Board working together like never before in a fully integrated program, which means DPW engineers and project managers working alongside Sewerage and Water Board engineers and project managers every step of the way. This work will create thousands of construction jobs across the city and maximize economic opportunity for our small and disadvantaged businesses. It's going to be transformational, a game changer. I'd like to encourage you, as the mayor has, to visit our www.roadworknola.gov website to find out about the future work. And you can send emails to roadwork@nola.gov or call 504-658-ROAD to get information. With every completed project, we are truly becoming a stronger and more resilient city. Thank you for hearing us, and quite honestly, as the mayor said, we look forward to the patience of our citizens as we go through this next 6 to 8 years of work. But at the end of the tunnel is really a wonderful place that this community deserves to be for a long time. Thank you.